if you like the channel, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/MundaneMat. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and right now, life probably couldn't get any worse for Kevin Spacey. Well, unless he was like in an orange jumpsuit and waiting trial for the things he's been accused of doing. That would probably make life a lot worse for him. But as far as career goes, oh yeah, he's done. First, Netflix ousted him from, well, they canceled House of Cards, allowing them to finish up the final season. Then they decided to fire him from House of Cards when more people came forward with allegations, and then now, oh man, and then now his new movie, All the Money in the World, where the new Ridley Scott film coming out this Christmas is going to have him completely removed from the film. This film is done. It's locked. It's in the can. It's finished. And they're going to be erasing him from the movie and replacing him with Christopher Plummer. You've got to love technology to be able to do that now. Otherwise, it probably would not have happened like 10 years ago. It would have been horrible. It says here, in an unprecedented move, Kevin Spacey is being cut from Ridley Scott's finished film, All the Money in the World, and replaced by Christopher Plummer just over 1 month before it's supposed to hit theaters. And if they don't push the release date of this thing, oh man, it's going to be a tough one. People close to the production who are not authorized to speak publicly said Wednesday that Plummer is commencing reshoots immediately in the role of J. Paul Getty. All of Spacey's scenes will be reshot. The people told the Associated Press. Co-stars Mark Wahlberg and Michelle Williams are expected to participate. Of course, like, why wouldn't they? Again, this is one of those situations where it's like, if they don't play ball, then they're seen as the bad guy. And honestly, both of them they're professionals, so they understand the situation. I guess you could say the gravity of the situation. Scott, who is known to be an efficient director, really? Because, I mean, like, I saw Alien Covenant. I don't know if I'd call it proficient or efficient. I'd call it a movie. I'd call it an interesting movie. I don't know if I'd call it a good movie. I also saw The Counselor, which I guess you could say was an efficient film, in meaning that it had a beginning, a middle, and an end. Wasn't the best movie ever made, so I don't know how far I'd go to claim that Ridley Scott. Oh yeah, was it what was it, Gods of Egypt or whatever it was that he did? No, that was another one. Was it one whatever, man, the freaking Bible story. Anyway. So is intending to keep the film's December 22nd release date. That's a month and a half. That is a month and a half to get this thing done. Thank God we live in an age of digital films. If we were still rolling 35mm prints, they just would have rolled with it. It wouldn't have been worth it to pull back all those prints if they were already in production, which I think many of them would have been at this point, to send out to 4,000 theaters or 3,000 theaters or whatever, and then go from there. The director's publicist, Simon Halls, confirmed the switch late Wednesday. The film was originally set to have its world premiere at the AFI Fest in Los Angeles on November 16th, but pulled earlier this week amid the sexual harassment reports surrounding Spacey, who has been fired from House of Cards and dropped by his talent agency and publicist. Like I said, his career is done. Not done for the count. Not TKO. He'll come back in a couple years, but he's going to go through some serious, he'll go through counseling. He'll go through these therapy courses. He'll go and he'll get help. They might even do a reality TV show about it in order to kind of give him kind of a rebirth publicly and whatnot. We've seen this happen before. I mean, look, if Robert Downey Jr. can turn his life around, so can Kevin Spacey. You know what I mean? And a lot of it's, and they're going to do it. It's going to happen. He's too valuable to Hollywood, and it's art for them to not give him kind of a pass in some regards. And the same thing's going to happen with Louis C.K., to be honest with you. So it says here, and the most recent allegation against the actor on Wednesday, former Boston news anchor Heather Unruh revealed that her teenage son was allegedly sexually assaulted by Kevin Spacey last summer. People are coming out of the freaking woodworks now, man. Like, this is where it's getting crazy. Saying here, All the Money in the World was primed for a plush award season release from distributor Sony Pictures Entertainment. Its advertising campaign, which prominently featured Spacey, has been public for about a month already, but its plans have been in question since Spacey's reputation is diminished over the past week, with harassment allegations growing daily. It's so crazy what's going on right now in Hollywood. The film chronicles the events surrounding the kidnapping of 16-year-old John Paul Getty III and his mother's attempt to convince J. Paul Getty, his billionaire grandfather, to pay the ransom. The 87-year-old Plummer was reportedly Scott's first choice to play J. Paul Getty, but the director was pressured into casting a bigger name. Plummer is best known for his role in The Sound of Music. He won his first Oscar in 2012 for The Beginners. One of the people close to the production said that Scott's plan caught Sony by surprise, but the studio is supporting the switch, and they have to at this point. They absolutely have to. Like I've said, this is a situation where people essentially have to play ball. Yesterday, when I talked about the whole Time's Up movement forming in Hollywood, that group of 50 women in the entertainment industry with like Kathleen Kennedy and Oprah Winfrey, creating that group is going to be a play ball organization where they're going to get enough support from, let's say, a grassroots perspective, where that's going to be something that gets taken into account from people. No one's going to want to challenge them. And when it comes to this situation, given the fact that there's money on the line, yeah, it's going to be easier to put Christopher Plummer in front of a green screen and digitally edit out Kevin Spacey and integrate Christopher Plummer into the thing than it would be for them to push it and reshoot everything. Now, a lot of it's probably going to be green screen. I have a feeling, based upon Mark Wahlberg and Michelle Williams coming on board as well to participate, is probably going to end up also recreating some of the scenes, going back to some of the locations and reshooting certain things. Hopefully there's not a big part of Kevin Spacey, or well, there wasn't going to be that big of a part in the film. Clearly he wasn't the main actor. He was supporting, so that would have been a thing. But I'm on board with this for a couple reasons. One, it does make sense given the allegations. I would love it if people would go to the freaking cops. That would be fantastic. Especially if news reporters claiming that just last summer, so a few months ago, Spacey assaulted her son. That would be good to go to the cops, have a paper trail there. I don't know if she has or hasn't yet, but that's, again, what I would like to see personally. And then also I kind of want to see Sony Pictures take a little bit of a hit. I do. I want to see Sony Pictures take a little bit of a hit because screw them. Ghostbusters was horrible, and their attitude towards it was horrible, and Sony needs to get hurt. But also no, but like that's a petty grievance right there, and I will admit that. But when it comes to this thing as a whole, looking at the fact that Kevin Spacey's career effectively is dead. They are going to replace him with another actor. It's going to work out better for Ridley Scott because Ridley Scott wanted this actor originally, so that's going to work out better for him. And then they're gonna tout that around. Watch, you'll see that out there. Christopher Plummer's portrayal of J. Paul Getty is going to be considered Oscar worthy. It's going to be considered the awards push of the year, Golden Globe, all that stuff. You're going to see that, and the reason why you're going to see that because that's going to be the big push from the studio. As for playing ball, that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to get an award out of this. Like, oh, we took down the abuser. We removed him from our movie 6 weeks to go. Netflix just fired him. We straight up removed him. And it also gives some validity to that petition going around right now on change.org trying to get Kevin James to replace Kevin Spacey on House of Cards. That's funny in and of itself. Yeah, that's where things are at right now. So it's crazy because I'd love to see some sanity come out of all of this, but we're not done yet. The rest of the year is going to be a reckoning in Hollywood. It's going to be a reckoning for a lot of people, whether they are guilty or not. We probably won't ever know in many of the cases, but it's going to be a reckoning. And a lot of people out there, a lot of people who aren't left-leaning liberals are going to love to watch Hollywood burn. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where things go over the course of the next year. Hey guys, that wraps up this video. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so below. I love to read your guys' input. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help me in the YouTube algorithm. If you want to support the channel, there's the Amazon affiliate store, there's PayPal, there's Patreon, there's Bitcoin. And if you're bored and you want something else to watch, check out 3 Buck Theater up here. My name is Matt Jarbo. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a wonderful day. Peace out.